the headlines are sensational, right? Slashing prices, settlement eliminates 6% commissions. Really think about it. There will be some consumers that react, but the reality is this is in our news feed because we are behaviorally targeted, right? We're in real estate, so we're constantly looking at real estate topics and subjects, right? A minority or a contingent of actual consumers are seeing this, but it's not all of them because that's not what their news feed dictates. Now, for those that are, a lot of them aren't buying and selling. And this is likely going to be a short news cycle, right? Because what really dominates the news? Politics, violence, borders, other political, types of things. There's also the economy, Hollywood, and what's super important to so many people is, what the Kardashians or somebody else is doing right now at this moment. So, keep that in mind. Now, I want to make sure that you know that it is a reality and we need to convey our value. We should have always been conveying our value. So when somebody is actually ready and is wanting to go ahead and buy or sell their house, it is going to be done differently. That's not, that's not something that should be dismissed or not discussed. However, we're not going to be battling the big bad media headlines that are out today, right? This slash prices, no more commissions. What's going to happen is there's going to be a paradigm shift into what the new reality is and how things are charged. And right now today, maybe you've got an actual listing that's live or maybe one that's going live, and that client is saying to you, hey, I want to eliminate that commission. I don't want to pay it now. And you've got to convey that information to them in regards to why it is or is not in their best interest to do so. However, again, jumping ahead 6 months, a year, 2 years, the question is going to be a lot different. It's not going to say, oh, wow, I don't have to pay this. I don't want to pay it, because they didn't just see a headline that said realtor commission slashed or eliminated from the process. This settlement means X, Y, and Z, right? It's simply going to be a slightly different way of doing business where it's more around the conversation and displaying and showing the actions behind the value that you bring. I heard it today that from somebody that said, if I were going to go and climb, one of the peaks, say Mount Everest or even a smaller peak, I'd want a Sherpa with me because I'd want to know what to do and when to do it when it's something that is so important to my life. I mean, could be life or death in a certain situation. However, I'd want to know how to go and navigate that. Well, a lot of people, when it comes to a real estate transaction, are going to want to know that they're doing things the right way and they're keeping themselves protected, which is where the need for an agent comes in. So show your value. Don't be worried about the headlines of today, as those are certainly going to change, and it's not going to be as sensational as it is right now. And again, even the people that are looking to buy or sell in 4 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, they're going to have forgotten how sensational the headlines were, and they're just going to be there ready to have that conversation with you, and you can conduct business not as usual, however, with the new way of bringing it up in advance, getting that buyer brokerage agreement signed, and doing exactly what it is we do best. So stick to it, stay optimistic. This is not necessarily a bad thing for the industry in any way. It's actually forcing us to do something that we should have been doing before. It's going to elevate us as professionals, and hopefully the actual eye of the consumer will see it that way as well. So instead of being that door opener, we are actually looked at as other professionals and other businesses, maybe like CPAs or law advisors or financial advisors. So that way we are valued as we always should have been. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. This is Alex Rivlin with LPT Realty, and I will see you soon.